There we go. Okay, so let's run the app first. Here's the current state of the app. This is the dropdown that we added in the last episode. We have there's like a slight discoloration. I mean, it's not according to our theme, right? If you see that it's like the rich black, but our background is just like pure black, so we need to fix that. If we manage it, right? It's not like no big deal, honestly. And then we have the date picker, and it's green. I'm not sure why it's green. We changed the primary color directly from our theme, but it doesn't seem to pick it up. I am not sure if it's picking it up from the actual system. Maybe that would be the case, but we'll see. Yeah, here's the here's like the ordinary text text fields. Was it called the text field? I'm sorry, I'm super bad at this, but let's see. Yeah, it is called the text field. And if you remember, this is our custom component, the unified text field. Sorry, unstyled text field. And then we have a basic text field inside. And we did some, like we have overridden some of the props here. And I've changed this right here as the placeholder, because previously it was just a placeholder. Let me show you. It was like this. So what this does is actually it puts the placeholder to the left, right? It doesn't really respect the text align. Yeah, there we go. So in order to actually achieve the arrangement to the right, I've expanded the placeholder. I've wrapped it in a row, which accepts the horizontal arrangement from the props, from the arguments here. Right. So if we go back, let me just like clean up the tabs a bit. If we go back, we have the placeholder here as a text, but we also have the arrangement, and I've set the arrangement to the end. And we also have the text style arranged to the right. So if we reload this, we'll see that the placeholder is actually on the right, because we explicitly set the arrangement of the placeholder row, basically. So we got this. The arrangement is badly named. Lazar, is there a way to send the link? I thought that you see my message with the link. Oh no. Is there a way to send the link? Yeah, let me update that. That is the Nightbot thingy. There's a repo that implements an unofficial material tree date picker. Oh, that's cool. Let's check it out. Let me just allow. I'm gonna log in on the side here. Go, picking the YouTube channel. Okay. So let's see. There's the dashboard. Spam protection. There's the link. Yeah. Let me disable it real quick. There we go. Can you try sending the link now? I should actually try to learn the Nightbot command. So for example, if you want a link, I can manually add you as like a regular, right? So I think that would be, let's see, regulars, to manage channel regulars. Still doesn't send. Oh man. What if I add you as a regular? Regulars, Kaloyan. Is that gonna do anything? I need to spend some time learning this. Because I feel like it's a... Oh, well, of course, it's not enabled. Here we go. Let's try it now. Regulars. Add. Is this gonna work or just regulars? I have no idea what it does. Add or delete. User not found. Maybe I should like look into like a username. Alright, yeah, if this doesn't work, I'm not sure how you can send me the link. Yeah, it says like there was an error adding the user not found. Is that an L or an I? It's an L. Okay. I'm not sure. Well, then it's something's broken. Here's this. calloflazar.com/discord. So I'm running this super quiet Discord server where usually nothing happens. And feel free to jump in and like send me the link. Ping me and I can open it. I'm sorry about this. I thought that like after, you know, after actually enabling the links, we would be able to send, but yeah, that's it. Imperfections. Mobile chat. Okay, thank you. There we go. Okay. Compose material 3 daytime picker. Nice. There's a dialogue. Okay, there's the colors. We need that. Okay, let me zoom in for you. Sweet. We can provide colors. Could we do that? Like, I don't think we could do that with this date picker, right? Because we had the issue. Currents. Date picker show. Yeah, the date picker is... We implemented it like this, yeah. And like there's no other... Hey Hogan, how's it going? And yeah, we implement that with... It's not like a component, but it's more of a... I don't know, it's like a class. And we created an instance. Okay, we can totally look at this. Hold on, I want to check the... Timeout and whitelists links. Okay, so sorry, I'm just gonna like try to do this. Check this out. I can enable links protection, but I can whitelist github.com, for example. Right? Oh, wait a minute. Exempt user layout, that's alright. Okay. Can you try sending that link again just so I can see if, you know, the Nightbot thingy actually works? Because it looks like it works. For example, if I do repo, it is going to send the link to the repo. Yeah, so it does work. I'm not sure, maybe changes actually, like changes take time. Yeah, this is cool looking. Still doesn't work. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe like it needs some time to think what it needs to do. Okay, we can totally use this. Like I also like that it is a composable, right? And we can, instead of implementing it like this and then like showing it, we can actually make it part of our composable like view hierarchy. And it takes care of the label itself, right? Or do we need to like, oh man, do we need to keep the texts, this thing right here? It's a dialogue, yeah. So we probably need to keep this, right? Because we want to show the texts. Single date picker. There's on date change. Show days and other abbreviations. Okay. Well, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Latest version. Let's go ahead and add it to our Gradle. So implementation, latest version. This is a tag in Gradle, right? It is going to work with this. Let's see. Okay, it's not complaining. Cool. Now let's actually dismiss requests. We do have to actually put in the version, right? Okay, so what is the latest version? 060. All right. Let's go back here and actually 060. All right, it's downloading more stuff now, so that definitely did it. All right, let's see. I can't figure out where do we control if the dialogue is shown or not. All right, there's for example the on dismiss request, and that's all right. I can't seem to see like to see where's like the variable that controls if the if the dialogue is shown or not. Okay, let's just try it out. We've got the recurrence here, and here's the date. So I'm just gonna comment this out, and let's try date picker dialogue. We're gonna use this from the probably this one. Yeah. Okay. On date change, we'll just keep it like this. So we've got the modifier initial date, yeah, initial date, local date dot now. We've got locale. We probably need to, because it's not. Oh, okay, it has a default value, so we don't actually need to. Highlights today by default is true. There's the colors and the shapes. Title for the title of the dialogue. Shape. Okay. There's the colors here, tonal elevation, and properties. Okay, so what's missing here? It's experimental, that's alright. Alright, let's run this again. And let's actually see what do we get. Okay, there's an error here. There's another annotation. We needed to do the... Which one was it? Requires API O. Okay. Click on the add screen. Yeah, and there we go. It is immediately shown. Okay. Should we like do conditional rendering? Yeah, it requires us to use 26. All right, let's bump that up first. So I'm just gonna remove this annotation. We can go to the build Gradle and change the API to 26. Okay, so we should not see. There we go. Oh, you mean like I should? Okay. Cool. So I can keep the button here with our date, but I would use the other date picker, right? Let's see, where was the previous one? Android widget, yeah. So we'll remove that one. And we'll use this date picker dialog. And the arguments are different. So let's bring these in. Probably not gonna need a context. Year, month, and a day. This is all right. Can we do max date or properties? I think it was like properties. Date picker. Properties, come on now. What was the type again? Dialog properties. But that's for the dialog, right? It's not for the date picker actually. Click outside, secure policy. Yeah, we don't actually need that. And we also can't do this. Initial date, on date change, title, shape. Yeah, now we actually wanna set the maximum. Maybe we're gonna lose that. I feel like we're just gonna lose that, right? Because we need the max date. We can't let users put, you know, expenses in the future unless they happen. Yeah, it looks to me that we're going to lose that functionality. All right, so I'm gonna comment this out. What else do we have here? It doesn't have the show. So probably we probably need to implement conditional rendering in this case to actually show the dialog if like the variable is set to true, right? But we are still okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if we should use this, honestly. I mean, it's better if it's like green. Of course, it's not like the best way, but at least we should have been able to like set the max date. Not sure why we're not allowed to do that, and that should like change visually. But I don't see any options for that. Maybe they forgot to add them. wait, this is the app. Daytime pickers, source. Let's see. Date, UI, date picker. It's an internal one. These are all internal ones. Yeah. It's probably in a different file. Date picker dialog, there we go. It's probably here. Yeah. Highlights, properties. There's a date alert dialog. Inside we have the model date picker. Select a date. Yeah, it's not passing through like minimum or maximum, or even like it doesn't even have like a space to do that. Like on date change, but still the user will, yeah, no, the users will be able to click on the actual dates. Okay. I mean, we can open up ER and then, you know, actually adds like the min or max and handles it correctly. I'm not sure. Let's see. Here's the internal function. Year of month, mode, selection modes. It's a day selection, okay. Colors, local provider, column, header, year selection. Let's check it out again. So like just like for the last, there's a year selection here. Header, year selection. There's a crossfade, okay. If it's a day, we display the month. And this is it basically. Selection from and to. But this is just for the selection, right? If we're, for example, selecting a range of dates, that's the selection. Yeah, doesn't really have a... Let's see. Here's the month composable. Here's the swipe gesture. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is just like rendering a box component and a text component inside. And yeah, there's no feature to gray it out or like, you know, disable it. Oh, wait a minute. No, it goes a bit deeper. Let's see. Yeah, no, I know. Probably, yeah. It's not gonna be the end of the world. But I'm afraid like it's going to produce a lot more use cases for us to cover. Previous month, next month, hey, alright. Yeah, that's like, it's not wasting any more time. We can just style it and like keep it as this. And then also we need to figure out how can we show and hide. I believe we can do that, but first we would need the view model implementation here to, you know, actually enable us to toggle the like show date picker on and off, you know. And then based on that variable, we can render the dialog. So we can move the dialog below here. Right, so I'm just gonna clear this out. We'll probably won't need all of these things. What do we got here? Okay, we need the date, but we are not gonna keep them there. Right, we're just gonna keep them in our view model. So I'm gonna place this here. We'll like leave it as this. So let's go ahead and create our view model. So I'm gonna create new package, view models, and I'm gonna create a new Kotlin file, which is going to be the add view model. There we go. This one should inherit from the view model, probably. Wait. Jetpack compose view model. Okay, I need to also add a different package. Android X lifecycle. Yeah, let's go back and do that. Synchronize. And now the view model comes from the Android X lifecycle. There we go. Pretty sure the compose view model package is so you can more easily inject. Yeah. And we should do this. There we go. Okay. So we can have our data class that describes basically, like in TypeScript, it's gonna be like our type that describes what are we going to hold, right? So let's actually do that here. Data class game UI state, add screen state probably, right? And we can do the let's see, I'm gonna open the emulator, open the app just so I can see all of the inputs. And we have this now. Okay, cool, thanks. Man. Yeah, we have the amount and we already know that. So the amount is going to be a number. Okay, yeah. We're gonna keep an eye on the date. And we also want to see what happens when we select a date. What is the type? It's a local date, okay? All right, so here's the amount. It's gonna be a number. Then we have the recurrence. And I think Eric Hogan suggested sealed classes in order to achieve like enums. So let's actually see that as well. Sealed class, enum. Programming, there's always been a need to differentiate between type constants. In the past, we did so by declaring static variables. Aren't wrong, but there are better ways to accomplish this. In the Kotlin language, there's more than one way to achieve this. Sealed classes provide a hierarchy of classes that have subclasses that we can only declare at compile time. So, sealed class, the name. Then we have objects inside. We can also add constructor parameters to represent the company that owns the operating system. Okay, in this case, like open source, Microsoft, Apple, that's all right. And then we have the instance. Do you know the difference between objects and data classes? No. From like what I can see, data class, it just like defines the shape that we like, the shape of our data that we want to use, but I'm not sure about objects. I'm not sure what that means in Kotlin. Okay, you can also expand on it. Oh, nice. Objects are anonymous classes with no values in the constructor. Okay. Sort of like a class with static members. Yeah. I actually like this. So we could use a sealed class for our recurrences, because it's basically like, it basically behaves like an enum, but it has superpowers. So I can see that you can define methods inside of them, like get text and get number, or do something. Get text, do something, all these things, right? And we could create multiple functions to actually return the name of the they can also contain properties that you can reference. Yeah, I like that. It's, you know, for example, the company in this case comes from the constructor right here. Also the released year. There's also a get number, which additionally, you know, accepts a value. Yeah, all right, let's actually try to implement this. I'm not sure what package, why we should name the package sealed classes. How do we, because this is just going to be on the this is just going to be used for the inside of the model, because we would reference this in, yeah, models. Okay, let's try models and a new Kotlin file, and this is going to be the recurrence. So this is going to be a sealed class recurrence. It is not going to be accepting anything. It's going to be basically this. And inside we need to, not sure what you're trying to achieve, but there exists a sealed interface as well. Sealed interface. Okay. I think we do need some sort of an interface, because for example, all of our objects that we're going to define in our recurrence, and I'm talking about like none, there's like daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly as well. We like those are going to be our objects, and all of those objects are going to have, like, it should have the same methods, and we're probably going to need two methods, like get the name, which is going to return this, and also get a different kind of name that returns the name like this, right? For example, in these cases, there's like no ly, monthly, yearly. It just has the month, month and year and day. Pass those in as values to the sealed class. Can we? Okay. Yeah, I thought to create the objects and then have like two functions, like give me this type of string or give me this type of string, right? And all of the objects should have the, like all of the, should have those two functions. You can also use the data class inside sealed class. I can pass them directly. Yeah, but I'm not sure, like, okay. So we have a sealed class. That means we can, how do we use this? I don't know, like this? Or like, let's see, object none is of type recurrence. And we can get something inside. I can do this. Okay. Cool. And if I say get recurrence name, it's gonna return a string. We can return a none here, and also get sealed class recurrence val name and other name. Yeah, I mean, that's, I guess that's all right. right? These are like hard-coded. I don't need to. These should be pretty much hard-coded, right? I don't need to create new instances. Then you have inside object none, recurrence, none, and none. Yeah, no. I know, but that means I need to create an instance of the recurrence, right? So it is a class, right? It's a sealed class, and it makes sense. But I wanted to be able to just like use this recurrence.none and that's it, you know. And then when we, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. For example, I can do like all recurrences and do recurrence.none and then recurrence dot, you know, daily, etc. And those are the objects. I don't know, get other name. Let's try this out. So this is also going to return a string. It's going to be none as well. Get recurrence name and get other name. And what if I copy this and add a new object that's going to be daily, right? Daily and day and then day. Daily, get recurrence name, get other name. Okay. Okay. And then let's say we have an array of, you know, recurrence day, no, none, recurrence daily, and then we get the first recurrence. Want to get the first one, right? That's going to be of type recurrence. Recurrence dot. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to be. If you're not planning to not use a sealed class constructor, then you can go with the sealed interface, returning the hard-coded values. Yeah. Because the interface is the interface aware of like all of the functions that we can define. Let's see that. Kotlin sealed interface. This is sealed classes. Let's see sealed interfaces. They are experimental, okay? They may be dropped or changed at any time. You can give feedback. Okay. Here's a sealed interface. We can extend on that. On not sealed classes. Okay. So we can create objects outside as well. And we can inherit on that class or whatever. There's also a data class. There's the object. Oh, so now I'm confused. We have the data class here. Let me zoom in. Right, we have the sealed class login errors. And inside we have the data class that has like accepts arguments and then returns something, and then we also have the object and then returns something. But then over here we also have like the object. Let's see, object. Okay, I got it, yeah. In this case, yeah, we don't have any arguments, yeah. Yeah, it's not returning, it's inheriting from the login errors, yeah. But in here, like in this case, we have the possibility to, yeah, we have the possibility to add like a pass a username in this case, and the in the invalid username login error, if we say dot username, we can obtain that. Yeah. Okay, so we probably need like a sealed interface in this case, but can I do anything more than that? right? The idea is this. I need like a data structure that has finite number of options, and those options are these, for example. And then I can do like basically like that, yeah, recurrence dot daily, for example, but then have like the possibility to invoke a method on it, or a method that takes that into consideration and outputs a string, whether if it's like daily or day, right? That's what I'm trying to say. And looking at this, I think the sealed class might work, but I'm not sure what are we gonna get, you know, what's, because we have the type of recurrence here. Can we access these methods right here if we obtain the recurrence in this way? Because we are going to have a list of recurrences in our screen, and we already do, I think. Let's see, let's find the recurrences. There we go. Yeah, we got the recurrences here. Right now they're only strings, right? But I would like to create like a something like this. There's a snippet on code. Yeah, the link didn't arrive. What should I look for? Sealed class, something like that. Oh, this is coding game. Okay. Yeah, let's try to send it in the Discords. Here's the Discord link. My chat is kind of broken, so let's use the Discord for now. There's like a hashtag mobile channel. You can share it over there. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we can achieve that using sealed classes, but this is the only uncertainty that I have right now, right? So like and I understand, for example, we have an instance of type recurrence. We don't necessarily know which of these objects is going to be, right? So I can just like make a different type name with double E, and that's perfectly fine, you know. So that's why it doesn't really know if I say recurrence dot, it doesn't know which methods exist, because it's not aware of the type, of the actual type. Okay, a name, another name. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I understand now. Yeah, so the constructor of the recurrence, instead of keeping it empty, we can add some arguments to it, and all of the objects would need to provide those values, unless they're, you know, they're like fallbacks. So in this case, regardless of which recurrence we're talking about, it's always going to have the name and the other name, because it's aware of their existence. It's not like this. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Thanks, Eric Hogan. So, all right, so let's just find a better name for this. Recurrence. I don't know. Skip a name at first, and then we have the other thing, the day, week, month, and year, right? Day, week, month, and year. So daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, that's like a recurrence, but this is just day, week, month, year. Yeah, when recurrence, and then we can do the, yeah. All right, let's see. Oh man, hold on. Okay. You know, I'll just name it target. I'll just name it target, you know, just like that's it. Okay. We are not going to have the body now. We're just gonna have the name, which is none, and the target, which is none. And now it's much simpler, right? Because we don't have all of these bodies here. Daily, day, beautiful. Then we have the weekly. Weekly, week. Hold on. Monthly, month, and yearly, year. You know, target in this case makes no sense, but so do I if I keep thinking about this. But there we go. Okay, so we can go back. Technically, we can go back here and just create these instances. And there we go, import. Beautiful, right? So we have the select recurrence dot name in this case, and it's happy. Beautiful. Recurrence dot name. There we go. This is good API. This is a good design. Sweet. Okay. Now, recurrence. We're just going to use the sealed class recurrence, right? We don't know exactly what it's, you know, what the actual value is here in the data class. Okay, moving on. What else do we have? We've got the date, which is local date. Yeah. We have the note. It's gonna be a string. And by default, it's gonna be like an empty string. And then we have the category. And the category, that's going, yeah, we'll keep it as a string for now. Replace when you build the category model. Yeah. All right, so we have the view model right here. Aside from these, I believe I also need to define the methods that we are going to use in order to set these. All right, let's go back. Make more sense as a data class down the line. Definitely not a sealed class. Yeah, we can define like what our category is going to look like. I think it has like it has a name. When we introduce the database, it's going to have an ID. We also want to keep a color because there's a color picker, and that's it. Yeah, just name and color pretty much. But let's go back to view model. View model. Okay, so we can do the mutable state flow, create an instance of our view model, of our state, sorry, and this is a US state. All right, what is this? All right, I want to see like a done solution. So we define the instance. Collect as lazy paging. Okay, but what about the definition? What's the name of this person's view model? Home view model. Yeah. So there's no code for us, right? We won't see the view model here. Oh man. There we go. Yeah, we have some functions and stuff. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here. Here probably. Why am I struggling with this? Other supported types, flow, live data. I believe flow is the view model thing. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand what it's, you know, the concept, but I can't see, like, I can't find finished codes that I can see. That is the, yeah, there's a data layer. That means we can have our DB and whatnot, or like API that communicates with the view model. The view model pushes the updates and the UI elements react, and they return the events back to the view model, which changes the data. There we go. We have this. Cool, I know. Collect a state. There's a UI state in that view model. Game view model. All right, so the game view model contains... There's a data class game. Okay, we started working on that. And how do we use that in our... Probably we just add the state inside, right? So inside of here, scroll to the get the solution code step 11. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh man. Yes, just like I wanted to see it with my eyes and not download anything. I don't need to download it. There we go. Source, main, data. Okay, all of the words are here, and that's it. UI. Okay, there's the view model. There's the view model. We have a UI state. There's a state flow. Mutable sets. There's our functions that we can use based on like what we can do in the on that screen. That's cool. That's all right. But then we have this state flow thingy. The game UI state was the data class. So yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Should we be doing a state like this and then like access it game screen.state? Usually in view models there are your public flows, okay, live data, and your private flows. One is for updating on the view model side, one is for ensuring you can only grab it from the UI side. Okay, so there's the separation. Colin, what are you doing? Yeah, we're working on creating a view model for the ad screen. There's the game view model, and he's accessing it through the UI state, game UI state, score, and whatnot, and all of these things inside. Okay. I mean, still like trying to figure out why do we need like a state flow. Okay, yeah, I need to understand what the state flow thing is, but we are going to just like implement it like this. Or wait a minute, there was something flow. All right, let's see. Flow is an asynchronous data stream. Let me zoom in. Is an asynchronous data stream that sequentially emits values and completes normally or with an exception. Map, filter, take, zip are functions that are applied to the upstream flow or flows and return a downstream flow where further operations can be applied to. So this kind of reminds me of like the observable. Like there's like observable in C#, and it kind of reminds me of that. Right? Sequentially emits values. Live data is an observable. Okay. Intermediate operations do not execute any code in the flow and are not suspending functions themselves. Okay. The most basic terminal is the collect. Okay. All right, so that's flow, right? We can have flow of. It's an array. We can map all of these. So it refers to 1, 2, and 3. And flow on context A changes the upstream context. All right. Now we have a context preserving flow. It is executed somewhere, but this information is encapsulated. So flow A was this filter. We can filter them. All right. With context. So dispatch on the main thread. All non-encapsulated operators will be executed in main. Filter, result, all these things. There's the my flow, and then emit one. Okay, so it is kind of like that. Yeah, exactly. It's a reactive stream, pretty much. Okay, so we need a reactive stream. MVVM. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Star Wars. All right, Dagger Hilt, retrofits for API Kotlin fragments. Sweet, let's check it out. Thanks for the link. Models, repository, UI. Repository was like a database, right? Store local. Oh no, okay. Repository, it's not like a database, local database. Who had that? Was that like Java? I think Java had like a concept of repositories that are actually the layer between the controllers and the database. All right, so but we basically, yeah, define our data methods here. Cool. We have the models. There's the data class, characters, context, previous results. It's a pager. Nice, serialization. Okay. And then we have the UI here. Fragments and view model. Fragments. Okay. Does this use like the XML views? See a view model here. Yeah, this is XML, yeah. Okay, so there's the view model. This is a dagger hilt, which means it's going to inject the characters repository instance, so we can like keep a single instance. That's good. All right. And we have the immutable. Okay, it uses live data here. Okay. So field data means give me the view model scope, which comes from the view model, I believe. Launch it and then post value underscore character. That's immutable live value data. Okay, so this is like a post value means if anyone else has like subscribed to me. Yeah, field data means yeah. All right, got it. Got it. So this is going to be, you know, this is going to update the part of the UI that has subscribed to the character, right? Field data means here's the ID, find me the character with this ID. Yeah, and whichever element subscribes to this character, just like update it so it like re-renders. Let's check out the detail fragment now. There's our view model. There's a binding, okay. On create view. There we go. So field data, we get the ID from the arguments, the activity, probably from the bundle, I'm not sure. And then, yeah, then we do observe. View lifecycle owner, new character. Cool. So we got the data of the new character here. This is like our results callback. And yeah, all of these things like height, mass, hair color are probably UI elements because we have dot text. Well, that was like set text. Okay. But they look like UI elements to me. And we just basically change the text and the visibility of them whenever we have a new character update. Yeah. View binding, cool. View binding. But that's like when you use XML, right? There's like no such thing in Jetpack Compose, right? We don't need a view binding because we already have the views. Yeah. Okay, so this is using live data, and that's cool to see. And this is using the state flow. Which one should we use? And like, what's the difference between them? State flow versus live data. Okay, this is a biased one. More state flow. The updated view model and composable, and it works. The new observables availability, that's the okay. So like state flow or just like flows are, looks like they're like a new thing, like a newer thing in Kotlin, as opposed to live data. Okay. And we just like assign a value to it. Yeah, so like we just define it as like a state flow. And within our methods here, if you know, we have the ability to just assign a value to it. We don't need to like the dot post or send or whatever. We can just like assign a new value to it, and all of the subscribers to this state is just like all of the elements are gonna get re-rendered. Okay, I get it now. Yeah, this looks a bit more. View states are also good to know as well. View states, is that a different? Is there like a different class? Is that like a flow? view state, or like as a concept, like what are the names of the states that the screen, or like the screen can be in, like loading and error and stuff like that. Yeah, are those like the view states that you're referring to? Because yeah, it does make sense. But yeah, let's roll with this, the mutable state flow. Let's roll with that. Developer made sealed class that you make to give different things to screen. Yeah, different states. For example, our I don't know, our ad screen could be like, I don't know, idle, or just default, where the submit expense would be disabled. If we like fill up the whole form, then we can move to this state of fields, then the submit button is going to get enabled. Or if we, I don't know, if the, I don't know, backend returns with an error instead of 200 OK, that means we can like move into a state of error. So there's going to be like a different element down here that's, you know, reports the error back to the user. I get it, yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, I think this is okay. Although I'm not sure, why do we need to, in this case, like, why do we need to create a data class? What if we just like move all of these here, you know? Oh, we probably need that because we can only have, I mean, we don't actually need to have one state flow, right? Yeah, I guess it's just like to avoid having a lot of mutable state flow and then state flow. Like, yeah, it probably does make sense for the state flow, because we would have to have two lines, create separate state flows for each of our values. Okay, that works for me. All right, so this is like a private state, just so we can keep it here. Mutable state flow of type add screen state, and that equals to, actually we don't need the type, we can just directly say add screen state. Beautiful. And now it's gonna need a bunch of it's gonna need a bunch of values here. Yeah, all right, we'll circle back, and now we can expose the UI state, or like our values, right? That's going to be of type state flow. The state flow also has like a generic of type add screen state, and that is the private UI state. Let's actually rename it to UI state. The private state get an update, no? As state flow, okay, as state flow, boom. And now we use this UI state to access our values, and we need to create our own methods that would, you know, change the states. And I like this separation. Probably the state flow is like in a, it's a one-way in terms of the access, right? And what the outside can do. And probably if you just have the UI state and you will outside of this class, because this one is private, you can't really change the state from the outside. But inside of the view model, since you have access to the private state, which is of type of mutable state flow, right? This is like immutable, you can't really change it. Only the API that you're going to develop here in the view model is going to be available. Think about it. If you don't want the UI updating the state, because that moves the business logic into the view, which is against the entire point of view models. If you don't want the UI updating the state, yeah, that moves the business logic into the view. Exactly. Exactly. But it's a separation of concerns. It's a good practice. Yeah. Okay, let's start basically developing our methods. So we can say set amount, right? We're going to get the amount as a number. Sorry, an integer. Oh, and we name it as a number. Okay, cool. Cool. And that probably came off like by accident. Superclass for all platform classes. Yeah. Number is in TypeScript. So this is probably like a muscle memory. I should probably use not an integer, but like a double. Not an integer. Okay. Now we can do underscore UI state, which is the mutable one. And let's see. Dot value. No. Dot amount equals amount. No. Val cannot be reassigned. Okay, let's see how we can dot value equals something else. User guess. User guess. Okay, if we use by, yeah. So like by. No. Oh, I forgot the. Ah, it's not for this. Okay. All right, so let's see how we can update the actual state. Update game states. UI state dot update current state, and then we can do. All right, cool. So this is like a. Yeah. It's like a. Update. We'll have the current state here, and inside we can do current state dot copy. And all we need to do is just say amount equals amount. Yeah, equals amount. So this is that amount, and the amount is the property. There we go. Cool. So we need to do like we need to do just pretty much for all of these. We could check the data classes have. Yeah. Okay, set amount, set recurrence. Okay. So this is pretty much the same thing as like, you know, adding this to the UI, but it's alright. Dates. Set date, and this is going to be a local. Oh, wait a minute. Local date, and this is going to be just date, I guess. Now we need to set the notes. Damn it. Note is a string. Notes. And one more time, it's the category. And for now, we'll just like keep it as a string. But I need to replace this. Replace string with actual category class. Okay, so we got this. These are probably like default values for the UI state. And I believe in this case, we could provide them except for the category. So the category, yeah, but that can actually be optional. Let's also make the note, well, for that matter, we can also make everything optional, but we'll just keep it like this. The amount is like always 0, right? And now the 0 is double. So like 0.0, okay, that works. Recurrence. None initially, and date is going to be local date now. All right, I guess it's happy now. No? What else do you want? Category. It's an optional. Okay. Okay. See, I don't understand like optionals. This is an optional, right? It's a string or maybe not. Yeah. But if it doesn't have like a fallback, it's not accepting it. I explicitly need to set it as a null, right? And now it's happy. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Date notes is an optional. All right, so the view model is now happy, right? And it has all of the methods for setting. We can also create one for like submit expense. It's not going to take any arguments because we already have the data here in the UI state, right? So we can just do save to local DB here. Okay. Now we have all of the recurrences. That's okay. We are refactoring the view model now. So let's go back and open the screen. There we go. Okay. Inside of the arguments, so we'll say add screen, add view model. Yeah. Equals view model. Import that. And yeah, it's cool that we don't necessarily, we just like set the type of our add view model argument here, but it is smart enough because we don't actually say like give me the view model, but like which one, right? It's like I believe this part right here is the key to that. So this reified VM, that's like pretty cool. It's a cool API. So this can change, like in order to change the instance of the view model, just change the type of the view model that you're expecting. Cool. All right, so selected recurrence goes out, categories, let's just keep them. Selected category goes out because we have the view model here and we need the state, right? So we'll just name it state by collector state by add view model dot UI state collect as state. Beautiful. So if we want to access these selected recurrence and stuff like that, we just need to say state dot recurrence dot name, and there we go. This is clean. All right, so this is a setting, so we should do state dot not actually add view model dot set. This is the recurrence. There we go. All right, so we have another state variable that we should probably remember, because this is not going to be remembered, right? We talked about this. If the menu is opened, this one, and if we if we change the orientation, it's going to close. Yeah. And we should probably save the state, right? So we can move this outside. Let's first fix these. These are the selected categories, state.category, that's about it. Okay, so state.category. What was this? The Elvis operator or an select category first, pretty much. And now we have the setter here. So add view model dot set category, boom. Add view model. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm going to rename the add view model to just like VM. All right, something that I used to do back in Xamarin. You'll make a fine Android developer. Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, I think VM would be better in this case. I don't know. That's like just how I'm used to. VM.VM.VM. etc. All right, let's move the this guy right here, the recurrence menu opened. Move it back here. Recurrence menu. Oh man, hold on. This is the recurrence menu open, right? Then we probably have like the category menu opened. Yeah. Oh man. Opened. It's gonna be Boolean. It's gonna be false by default. It's UI. I know, yeah, I know it's UI. Maybe it's fine if you just like if you had this open and you like flip your phone and you lost it. I don't know. It's not, yeah, it's not really losing anything other than having to click on the, you know, the button again, and also for the date. All right, yeah, let's keep it there. Okay, so this should work, and if I reload the app, we should not see all of the dummy values that we added there, which should be pretty much empty. No? Okay, that's cool. Ah, because we don't have, okay. Understand. There we go. Value. This thing right here. State dot amount. And that should be wrapped like this. Okay. Maybe just reload it again. Because it's not text, it's an actual expression. So there we go. Okay. What else do we have? There's the amount on value change. There we go. Value change. We want to say vm.setAmount double par, no, parse double. All right, let's see. Kotlin parse double. To double is on, yeah. So it to double. Beautiful. Okay, so if I start writing values in the amount, we should see it reflect. Cool. All right, so I can boom 18. Oh man, this is terrible. Okay. 18 point. Boom. What the hell? Oh, okay. Okay. That was weird. Alright, so for display, at least we want to do like but I believe this is the on value change. Yeah, it is parsing this as a string, but if I like try to remove it, it's still technically 0, right? So, oh man, okay. So I can't just say like 35. Yeah, that's wrong. Might make sense to do placeholder texts in the fields instead of having the default values actually in the text. Yeah, but like, should we like debounce it? Like when it stops editing, that's when we actually make the change, but keep updating it as a text. Right? and like probably round it up, but no, that would be wrong. Like if I do, I don't know, boom, there we go. Let's try that again. I'm not sure why it crashed, because we're trying to set, yeah, to double or null. That's null, and that's why it crashes. So like 55.96, there's no points. Yeah, no points. We didn't have this problem with the other apps. It was just like, that's it, you know. We have a double here. So what do you think we should do? Might make sense to do placeholder texts in the fields instead of having the default values actually in the text. Yeah. Yeah. So like the value, we're not interested in the value. Can we like remove the value? So we treat it as a, no, we can't. Yeah. For example, in React, you have the controlled and uncontrolled inputs. We pretty much need like an uncontrolled input in this case. But still, we want the value change. Okay, we're asking for too much. We're asking for too much. To double or null, it means the amount is going to be optional as well. Well, you know what? Just like make everything optional, I guess. Make the recurrence optional, make the local. Actually, not these. Like these can be okay. The double should stay. All right, what is it? What you got? We don't want to round this to the integer. So either this, Elvis, say 0, I guess. Make the amount nullable in the state class. Okay, got it. So amount or Elvis. Amount Elvis 0. Here's Elvis. Like he's more like, oh. Double or null. There we go. I got that. No, but wait, still there's still something mixing. Oh yeah. We got this right here. And we need to Elvis everything. And then when you do the submit button logic, do a null check, and if the null, submit it as 0. Yeah. To double or null. Okay, yeah, inside of this set amount, right? Okay. So this can be, I can do that here. That's better. Well, in this case, then we don't actually need the set amount. It's always going to be a double in this case. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we can use it. Yeah, but it's still like doing this, you know. This is annoying. Or is this okay? I'm not sure. Yeah, now we're on the right. Yeah, terrible. So might need to go the null route. Okay, which one? What are you referring to? Yeah, I got you. I got you. Set amount. Just do this. So it doesn't always like has 0. It could be undefined. In that case, we'll have just 0. Okay, and yeah, this is the issue now, right? Now we have a different issue. Jesus. All right, everything is null. Okay. Everything is null, and we don't care about anything. So no default values. Everything is nullable. And if this is just like print 0 as like a visual 0. There we go. And now if we say 35 0.668, no, that's wrong. 65 point, no, 36. This is basically crashing. Not crashing, but like it reports as null, so we got the or 0 there. Placeholder in the text field. What do you mean? Like placeholder like this? Unstyled text. Pretty sure that there's a placeholder. Yeah. Yeah, it is the cursor, right? The issue is like the cursor. Because the first one is okay, right? For example, we're at 0 now. If we say 3, then it's 3.0, but the cursor is like to the right side of the dot. So if I want to say 35, it automatically gets like 3.5. Because of it's double. So if I just like write 35, yeah, it is. Okay, not cool. Because this should be like flawless, right? I'm like, let's see. I'm using the app. I go here, I press on the 0, 35.66, and that should be 35.66, right? Shouldn't be anything else. Yeah. All right, let's see. Android decimal text input. Number decimal, that's all right, but like go try and parse that. Yeah, I mean the placeholder, that's okay. I believe this should be like okay, we don't need the Elvis there. Yeah, we don't need the Elvis there. Can we like control? Okay, so damn it. I'm gonna set a breakpoint here. And let's go back. And I'm gonna click on the right, on the left side, not on the right side. And write 3. Oh, okay, yeah, we're not in the breakpoint. Sorry, in debug. Let's try that, because it reports back as like 30. Because like the 0 is here, and I'm not sure why that happens. There we go. 3. Now it It's gonna be 30. Right? And I don't understand why. Because like the value is just the amount or 0. But why? Why? Oh, why? I got your point now. We don't want a value, right? We don't want a 0. We want an empty string. So that when we actually report, damn it. Okay, I got it. Arrangement equals arrangement end. There we go. The 0 should be on the right side now. I got it. I think I got it at least. There we go. 0 is on the right, but the 0 is actually a placeholder. It's not a value. It's not a string. So 3 is gonna equal to 3. Beautiful. All right, let's move on. And now we got 3 points. So 35. Bingo. Dots. And it crashes. Okay. How do you enter decimals in Androids? Can't really remember how to enter decimals in iOS as well. I think it's just like parses. I think it's just like parsing. Because this thing right here happens. Maybe we should trim it. No, it crashes. It crashes here. So 3. That's cool. 5. That's cool. And now I'm gonna press dot to start, you know, adding decimal numbers. And now it is like 35 dot 0. Okay. Got it. Got it. So I think I understand it. Because we have like dot. There already is a dot. Yeah. There already is a dot, so we're adding the second dot, but the dot is here immediately, like when I start typing. The dot is already there. So we need to find a way to not render the dot if there's like decimals. All right, this is a bit more complicated. I believe it's this thing right here. It's because we have it as a raw number. You know, we have it as a state dot amount, and that's it. It's a double, right? But we need some sort of rounding, or we need some sort of like. It's okay if it's double, but if when we want to access that double as a string, if it's like 0.0, just don't add the dot and the 0. Just like do 35, right? But the moment when we try to add the dot, we should not call the on value change, because that's not a valid. But we if we don't call the set amount, then the value is not going to contain the dot, so we can keep pressing on the dot and we'll never see it, right? So how do we do this? I'm not sure, like, why do we, like, why should we do this? That's crazy. But yeah, I think I understand the issue. I understand the problem. We just need to like manually parse it and do a lot of manual stuff. Yep. I thought about debouncing, you know, like just like go with the flow, write whatever you want in the amount field. I'm gonna wait for like 300 or like 500 milliseconds, and then I'll try to parse your input. If it's okay, I'm just gonna set the value. If it's not okay, I can report an error. So I'll you know, divert your attention to that field by, I don't know, painting it red border or something like that. But I'm gonna let the user write whatever they want into the amount field. And I'm gonna like try to parse it half a second later. Change the update amount to take a string. And then do the conversion in the submit button logic. Yeah, that can work. So we can do the stuff really, and if the conversion doesn't work, we can show a toast. Like, you know, can we show toasts from the view model? No, right? Because that's the way. If it fails to parse, you throw an error and show a message that says not a valid amount. Yeah. That's actually good. It's actually good. Let's actually do that. So amount is going to be stringy string. And this amount as well. It's going to be a string. So we're only playing with strings here. It is it. State.amount is state.amount. Or empty, because this... Oh, okay. Okay, because the amount is a string or not, so I don't want any nulls there. Okay. I'm just gonna run it, no need to attach the debugger. Okay, null. Damn you. Elvis, Elvis, we need Elvis. Outside. Default to an empty string. Yeah, actually, let's actually do that. Instead of null, we'll just like set it to an empty string and that's it. And it's not gonna be optional as well. It's always gonna be an empty string. And this it is, yeah. If it's a string, even like if it's empty, it is not going to be optional. There we go, 0. And it's a placeholder. So the cursor, it can be like on the left side. So 35.9062. Okay, this works. And if I click submit, then we can like do the checks. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. All right, cool. We got this working. Moving on, and we got like 10 minutes because I think I have a meeting. Yeah, I do. Actually, I have a meeting in 6:30, so that gives us like 40 minutes. Now I can do a fun syntactic change. Set amount. I was looking for that. Yeah, I was actually looking for that. Instead of doing the it, I tried this and it didn't work, but I didn't know about this. Yo, thank you. Thank you, because that is, yeah, that's crucial. We should be able to do this. I was like, why is it like, here's the reference to the set amount function, give the, you know, on value change is the reference to that, but yeah, exact same arguments, which yeah, it is. I know, but this operator here, the, you know, the colon, I believe that returns the reference to the set amount, right? Let's actually see. So set amount ref. Yeah, it's a k function. Exactly. Yeah, it's holding the reference to that function. Got it. Because the dot is invocation, right? Even if you like don't, because and is that a? No, it's a variable. Okay, it's an object. All right, this is cool. This is pretty cool. Oh, let's see. Let's check the recurrence. Here's the recurrence. Whenever we click at VM set recurrence, that's cool. Here's a date. We're still yet to define the date, but we can actually do that right now. Date picker showing. Remember by. What was this? Syntax. By remember. By remember, mutable state of false. Now we can set this to true. Okay, yeah, val, because it's val. And the text should be state dot date. And now we actually need a string, so does this accept? No, but let's like keep it here. And this thing right here, we are going to wrap this with the where was the name? Yeah, the date picker showing. We're gonna wrap this with this dialog. Okay, let's see. Import this from the other package. What happened to that one? Didn't we have the package? This one? Okay, there we go. Not sure why the naming was that. Here's the initial date. And on dismiss request, we'll just set date picker showing. We'll just set it to false. I believe that is the dismissal requests. Oh, wait. On date change. It's a local date. Again, VM : set date, baby. Nice. I'm gonna use this. Yeah, thanks, Eric Hogan. Okay. Null. Select the category first, of course. Because the category is null. Leave some notes. Hello. And it doesn't work. Let's see. No, of course, yeah. Maybe we should like make these empty strings. Like if it's a string, just like make it an empty string and that's it. Except for the category, because we'll change it later on. Yeah. On value change, VM : set nodes. Awesome. What else we got? What is this? This is the category. Okay. That's cool. And that's about it. Date. For the date, we got null now. So we need to, yeah. We need to change this. Right, so if this exists, the date, technically the date should always be today, right? Should always be just now and that's it. Okay. 24th of January, that's all right. Recurrence is set to none. Let's change it to weekly. Boom. Nice. Is there like a selected state for the recurrence, for the drop downs? Selected. Drop down menu item. Why it doesn't have a selected? It has colors. But we'll Let's not care about that for now. The drop-down menu, that probably has a... No, it doesn't. Okay. That's alright. Let's see. The 10th of January. Yeah, and then we actually need to... Okay. When we hit OK, we should... Oh, wait a minute. Let's open up... Let's open it in debug first. Because we got the on-date change. So I'm going to do... I'm going to expand this method. And I'm just going to do a VM set date. And I'm going to set a breakpoint here. Because I want to see when does that get called, when we click on a day on in the calendar or when we click on OK. Because that makes all the difference. Is it like we can see a lot of lag when we try to navigate to the ad screen as opposed to these, or no, everything's just slow. Okay. All right, let's select number 10. Okay. And probably when we hit OK, there we go. VM set date, cool. I know what to do now. So we'll keep this expanded. And then what I'm gonna do is do the date picker showing. I'm gonna set it to false because we want to dismiss the date picker when we select OK, right? So here's the date. OK, 10th of January. It's not selected because that's the initial date. Okay. Kill today. To highlight the selected recurrence in the dropdown isn't too difficult. Yeah. Could be cool trying to achieve that. Okay. Now, check this out. The date picker dialog. We have the, we have this, the 10th of January selected, right? When we click on that, instead of today being set to 24, I want it to be set to the 10th of January. Or is that like today? Is that what today is? And highlight today, or? Because there's only initial date. There's the on date change, but where do we actually set the selected date? So when we open it for the second time, we see a different thing. Right? We don't have that. We don't have that. We need that. Because it won't make sense. Oh. Jesus. Oh, what was the typography dot title something. Let's try title medium. Maybe large? Wait, did it change? Okay. Select that, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, like, let's select the January 10th, as the selection, but I want to keep that selection when I go back. That's what we're missing. Is that the initial date, initial local date to select, or no? I don't know, let's see, VM dot, no, state dot date. Let's see, maybe the initial date is the one, because initial date means just like render it once, but then when you change it, don't try to, you know, don't keep this value. This is just like the initially rendered date. But let's see. 24, I'm gonna set 10. And now we have, yeah, it is being kept on the initial date. That's a bad naming. Yeah. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm like carrying my React, you know, naming conventions and expect the same to, you know, here in Android. Because that initial value of any input means render this initially as like the first value, but then use, you know, use the inner state. Yeah, initial means like here's the you know, the first value that you should render, but then revert to the internal state, like internal value that the dialog is gonna keep, you know, inside of it. Because we don't have a value field selected there, you know, exactly, yeah, for that. Or like if you're trying to do like an uncontrolled, you know, just like internal state, then initial date is okay, right? But then keep the selected date within and paint that one instead, and report when it changes. But yeah, this initial date, yeah, should not be called initial date. That's only like once, render once, and then revert to the other value or the internal value, etc. Okay, but it was worth trying, even though like it honestly it didn't make sense. But yeah, all right, we got that. Let's see, the colors are all messed up, and I don't have a design. I'd be interested in you working in the profiler to see why it's taking so long to navigate the ads. Yeah, towards the end of the series. Yeah, I mean, we are going to install the Sentry SDK, and it has a profiler as well, so it's gonna be cool to actually like work on optimizing the performance, because yeah, it is a bit laggy. And if you notice it as well, then it's not just me. Compose specific tools. Okay, yeah, we're gonna try that one as well. We're definitely gonna try that one as well. Okay, select category, hobbies. Take out. Do we paint that? Category, texts. Yeah, we don't. So we should. But that's gonna happen when we actually introduce colors. So I'm gonna add myself a to-do. Change the color of the text based on the selected category. So for example, if, I don't know, hobbies is green, bills is yellow, and if we select one of these, the, you know, the text of the category drop-down menu should actually be changed. Shouldn't be just like blue. But we have blue just like for now because we don't keep any colors. Yeah, see that color equals primary as well. We need another to do here. Change the color based on the category. But we need to introduce the, you know, the color and the category data class and all that things. Okay, I think this works pretty fine. We are writing, oh man. Okay, let's let's go ahead and like do the max lines to set it to 1, because we don't need actually like to write decimal paragraphs, right? Okay, so 35, this is comma. We can treat that Damn it, you're still... Okay. Cool. Max lines equals to 1. But yeah, of course, we are talking about... Okay, wait a minute. We're talking about... I got it. So, set amounts. We should trim this before... There is a trim, yeah. Let's see. We want to like lose the, you know, the new line character. 35.77. Yeah, trim. Okay, that works. This works. This works. This works as well, and this works. Beautiful. So now when we click on the submit expense, we basically go into the view model and just call the submit expense. Did we hook that up? We didn't actually. There we go. On click, VM submit expense. The placeholder thing with the notes? What you mean? With the notes for UX, we do have the placeholder here, yeah, and the arrangements. It actually started, yeah, it actually started from the notes field, because I had no issues here, right? We didn't have a placeholder in the amount. We had like a default value, but we didn't have a default value for the notes because it's like it's an optional field, right? So we immediately, like I immediately thought of, I'm gonna add a placeholder, right? But then the placeholder was like on the left side, so that's why I actually worked on wrapping the placeholder here. Where is it? There. Wrapping it with a row and providing the arrangement from the outside so I can style it, you know, based on the context. Okay, so we got the inputs working. We keep the data. Let's actually demonstrate that. I'm gonna set this to a monthly, not today, maybe the 3rd, etc, etc. So we're gonna flip the phone, and we got the values here. You can't really see them now because it's not scrolling. We still haven't implemented that, but the view model is, you know, doing its job correctly. Cool. All right, so let's push. Quit everything and push. View model. Add screen view model, right? What else do we do? Plus the date picker. I don't know, package, not package. Refactor date picker. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna style that tomorrow. For now, we'll just, I know, 5 to-dos, 10 warnings. I'm not sure what the warnings are. I need to take a better look at the warnings. This should be up. There we go. Okay. We got something that works now. And pretty much it's like our first screen. And it's our 4th stream, so it's going great. It's going great. All right, cool. Yeah. I got like 20 more minutes until the meeting, but I'm gonna buy myself 20 minutes, refill the water, chill for a bit, and yeah. Air Hogan, Kaloyan, thanks you for helping me out today. Appreciate it. I don't think I would have been like this far if it weren't for you. So yeah, thank you so much. And also again, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, but I'm gonna start a bit later tomorrow, our usual time, let's say. All right, take care everyone, and see you all tomorrow. Ciao ciao.